Okay, so I've just got the stream going again live. We will see whether this has any sound then. If not, I'm going to have to resort to plugging in a headphone mic again. So, 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. So you reckon there's sound now, is there, Mythos? I'm going to tell you my best joke. No, I probably won't. Can't hear myself. But you can hear me now, yeah? Okay. Very strange. Cool. So, apologies to anyone who's been wondering what I'm up to. Muted silence and a shaky camera. I was playing around with my settings yesterday trying to figure out if I could do a second camera without any kind of encoder. Well, I can't. It might be possible, but I can't figure out a way. Cool. Cheers, Mythos. This would have been a terrible video had you not been here. Just an hour and a half of me sat here silently moving some stuff around. Cool. Yeah, I've been playing about with the settings a little bit, as I say, trying to get a second camera, something possibly set up, just filming this sort of region so I can just place cards there. And you guys see it clearly in sort of an inset on the camera field. That seems to be beyond me. If any of you guys do know a way that can be done, or sort of encoding software that I can give a trial to that you'd recommend, let me know. Obviously want to try and add a little touch of production quality to proceedings, even if it's not my forte. Anyway, one thing or a couple of things just to say before I get going. I have made a move here, but I'll carry on regardless. Just want to give obviously a reminder that the Kickstarter starts April 4th, 4th of the 4th, so that's probably a cunning plan from Isaac to make sure when it's printed up, whether you're in Europe or the US, you're not going to get confused on the dates. So good thinking. There's been a few dates thrown around, and this is just for Gloomhaven. Founders of Gloomhaven, the Euro worker placement auction game that will be the new one he's doing, has been pushed back slightly just to make sure Gloomhaven gets the reprint done and out the door, sort of no bumps and glitches and into people's hands as quick as possible, which, as much as I'm sort of a bit gutted that I can't get Founders into my hand any quicker, makes sense. This is such an amazing game, it would be great to have more people playing it. So yeah, just a reminder, 4th of the 4th for that. The other thing is I've made a Discord chat. I've typed it into the chat. I'll just pop it in there again now. I'm new to Discord, but I think by the sounds of it, that's a more persistent chat. So if you guys want to join in the conversation on there, feel free. It's a new group. It is just me at the moment, so it'd be good to have someone on there. My intention is probably after the Kickstarter campaign's finished, because a lot of my time is going to be spent doing those scenarios as they're released as quick as possible, so you guys can get in and join in the votes on them. But I'll probably start up a side campaign. I'd like to get input from you guys as to which of the base classes you'd like us to start off with. And I'll probably do some shorter sessions in between for a city and road event and get a poll up so you guys can vote on the outcome, and also do a poll after we've done a scenario for you guys to vote on where you want us to head off to next, just to make it a bit more interactive. I love playing the game solo, but may as well give you guys the option as well to send me off on a tangent. I probably wouldn't go myself, so if you do have a sinister streak to you, that's the option for you there. With this game in particular, it's scenario 14, the Frozen Hollow. I'm continuing my solo campaign with the Tinkerer today. I forgot my last session before he retired. As sad as it was, packed his bag, he left the group and went his separate way. I sold every bit of his gear and enchanted one of his actions. I did this card. It cost me 300 gold to do it because it targets multiple people, but it's a disarm, so stops them from taking an attack action, which is not as good as a stun, but pretty good. It takes a few hostiles out of the equation for a round. Yeah, so I've got no gear. I am level 7, so I've got a few hit points. But I'll do the intro for the Frozen Hollow once more, and then explain sort of how we ended up in this situation. So, an enchanter has been called for, so an enchanter must be found. Following reports of an aether in the Boiler District, you find yourself standing before an abandoned and decrepit tavern, the Crooked Bone. Opening the door, the inside looks exactly as the outside advertised. Spiderwebs, splintered stools, and dusty broken glass. Stepping past the threshold, a translucent female suddenly appears before you. Why have you come to this place, mercenaries? Your presence is unwanted, and you are disrupting my research. You quickly explain why you have come, and the woman's frown deepens. Oh, look at the Aether woman. She can fulfill all our wishes. All she has to do is wave her hands, and our wildest dreams will come true. She sighs in frustration and actually does wave her hands. Leave me in peace. You don't move, and she stares. Well, instead of disrupting, then maybe you could help. Scratch my back, maybe I'll scratch yours. The woman turns and walks towards a destroyed set of stairs, but after a few steps, she fades away entirely. I need an orb from the Frozen Hollow in the Copperneck Mountains. The woman's voice comes from directly in front of you, as if she hadn't moved at all. Bring it back to me, and I may help you. A map drops at your feet. My name is Hale, by the way. Do not come back without the orb. The map is easy to follow. Deep in the Copperneck Mountains, obscured by snowdrifts, you find the opening to a dark, narrow cave. The wolf tracks around the entrance are troubling, but with a firm resolve, you enter. Okay, so I have had a turn play out already because we had issues with sound, because I should learn never to fiddle around with settings after it's set up and working. So I chose to play these two cards at a low initiative. I was out of range of the wolves if I moved up because of their movement. I knew I'd be getting more attacks, so I went slowly. They drew 2-0 modifiers. The hounds themselves, for normal monsters, only do 2 damage, so I'm not particularly worried, but they've got to retaliate 1, retaliate 2 on the elites and the same hit points. What I'm most worried about is the Living Spirit, which actually I realise I forgot to flip a card over. The elite here has only 4 hit points, but a shield of 3, so every attack the damage is reduced by 3. With the Tinkerer, I don't have a lot of options that deal more damage than that, so I'm going to try and put a wound on him, and then at least it's just a matter of time. My action was on a 61, so after the hounds have moved up and attacked me, we're going to move the living spirit. So for an elite, he's got a movement of 4, and he flies. The little wings at the top of the stat card. I was thinking back to an earlier scenario, watching Raudo's run through actually. We were talking about that just a moment ago, Mystic. I think in an early run through, we pushed a flame demon onto a hazardous terrain tile. He wouldn't have taken damage because he flies. So similarly in this situation, they can fly over obstacles, fly over traps, and that's why I've not brought my trap cards to this scenario. I'm not so worried about these guys and their retaliate because most of my cards are ranged, and there's no point in having traps because it won't affect this guy. So move him up, 1, 2, 3, 4. He has a range of 3, so he is just out of range. But he is going to be probably something to contend with next round. My cards. Mythos, do you watch on a TV or do you watch on a phone, tablet of some kind? Just asking, just wondering. I've tried to lay things out so stat cards down at the bottom may be legible, but let me know if that's the case. Anyway, with my enhancement field, I put a +1 to all my attacks this round, and then I've got 2 attacks at range 3. So I'm going to target this guy first of all. Add a target. Okay, so that's pretty useful. So it'd be just an attack 3 against wolf number 3, hound number 3 even, against number 4, 4 damage from the iPad. Okay. Does that give a decent enough quality to read the text on the cards? I think this streams at, what is it, 720? And yeah, 3 people watching are, you know, famous. I'm going to be making money from this soon. I've got an add target, which is good. Sadly, the living spirit hasn't come within range. I'm going to do an attack on one of these guys, even though I'm going to get a retaliate from them, because the attack I'm doing does disarm. So then at least there's 3 hounds I'm not going to get damage from next time. So we'll go for number 1. 4 damage onto him. And then I take a damage for retaliate. And he's then going to my discard. Okay, so we've got a nice grouped cluster of them now, 3 of which are disarmed. I do want to put a wound onto the living spirit. I could go fairly slowly. I know I'm only going to get 1 attack, but they may, yeah, they'd lose their formation. So yeah, it's definitely not sort of full HD. I think the best I can get with the app I'm using on the device to film is 720. Okay, that's a bit of a shame, but hopefully it gives a bit of a gist as to what we're doing. Still playing around. Okay, so I've got I would imagine if you get it up on a 60-inch TV, it will probably be more blurry. I'll try it later. But yeah, I don't know, I feel self-conscious watching my own videos. If I'm not editing them, it just seems I don't know. I'm not that egotistical to just watch myself playing a game. I could just play the game again. I think I'm going to go quite early. I don't want to waste too big an attack though. I think we'll go with immobilizing a target and moving. And then just taking a stun shot. Yeah, that'd be fine. So we'll go as quick as we can. We'll go on a 19. Okay, so the hounds are also a 19. And the living spirit on a 67. So fortunately I'll be going first. The hounds. So we're going to test that fuzzy HD quality. The hounds would get +2 to their attack if the target is adjacent to any of the hound's allies. And I hope I've read that right. I'm reading it in a reflection of a mirror I've propped behind the camera. So yeah. So fortunately I'm planning to move. I'm going to immobilize number 1, even though it's completely pointless. Going to move 2, but at least now when number 1 attacks me, he'll attack me first. I won't be adjacent to any other. Hi Gary, we are on the 2nd round, so not very far in at all. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing depends on how much time you have on your hands. The next action I'm doing, top action of my stun shot, which I've enhanced. It stuns, it's an attack 1 that also wounds. So attack 1, I'm not expecting much against the elite living spirit with his 3 shield. So +1, we've ended up doing 2 damage, nothing through the shield, but it does stun him and puts a wound on him. So he'll eventually finish himself off. Perfect. Then it would be the hounds. So number 1 will attack me for 0. So 2 more damage from these hounds. I'm down to 10. His immobilize comes off. 2, 3, and 4 are all disarmed. So I'll move them up. A disarmed enemy moves as if it wants to make a melee engagement. So you move 2, but won't attack. He'll move to there, but won't attack. This guy will move up, but won't attack. Then Living Spirit is the last to activate. It would have an attack of 5 this round. Fortunately, it's stunned, so it just takes a wound. There we go, quarter of the way dead already. End of the round, shuffle up the hounds. So yes, I have completely bottlenecked myself in here now. Not the best of actions. I will probably look to chuck out a strong attack on these guys pretty early, and maybe heal myself would be a good option. I've got the bottom action of my Noxious Files, which is an attack 3 and poisons at range 3. I'll just be putting it down on the guys adjacent to me though, so I would get 2 retaliates against me. The other option would be a melee attack with a flamethrower, so I wouldn't get the problem of disadvantage. But this inflicts wounds, which, as I said, I'd quite like for the Living Spirit, but I think that might be a better option in this situation, so I'm not Yes, I am somewhat surrounded by hounds, aren't I, Mythos? Not a good idea, but I think we'll go with this. We'll go with that. And then actually, oh, I want to go quickly, don't I? So I might go with a 17 just for the initiative. The move and the heal option isn't really probably what I'm after, but an attack 3 will hopefully kill off a couple of these guys. Oh, I'm torn. Disadvantage. You know what? I'm going to... No, I can't risk the attacks. But I'm going to go a little brave, go quick on a 17. We'll see what we can finish off. So the hound... yes, we'll hope we've killed them. And then the living spirit on a 61 isn't moving, but has a range of 4. So even if I did move into the corner... Okay. So first we'll do the flamethrower then. We'll attack these guys. Either the front two, if they survive, will retaliate 1 against me. So this could be a dangerous situation. And obviously, if these guys do survive, then we get the difficult situation of them adding +2 to their attacks as well. So this could be catastrophic. We shall see. Okay, so let's go against number 1 first of all. So 4 damage against number 1 is enough to kill it. Perfect. So put a coin down there. Yes, I did Mythos. I've not used it yet, just because I quite like having the cards out in front for people to see, but certainly saves table space. Lucky enough to not worry about that. I've got a Geek and Sun table, so sort of it can basically live on the table. Then I just put the top over it to have dinner later in the day, and it doesn't upset the missus too much. Plus I generally have the tablet set to one side to have a chat with you, and my phone is filming, so I don't really have a third option which to use it in this sort of situation. But yeah, it's definitely convenient. I'm heading to a convention next weekend, and I'm half tempted to sort of take enough stuff to play the first scenario down there and sort of introduce it to a load of people. No, the table Geek and Sun, I think they're based in the UK, or definitely in Europe. I didn't have to pay any like shipping or import, which I'm very thankful for. A table this heavy would probably have cost a fortune just to get it shipped over. I was lucky in the fact I moved from a studio flat into this apartment, and didn't really have a table or any furniture like that, so it wasn't like I had a table I could sort of justify getting a table like this, since I didn't have anything else. Anyway, let's crack on. Wolf number 3. This guy will only take 3 damage and a wound, so even after the extra damage on his turn, he's going to still have another go left in him. Number 4, number 4 at the back here, also takes 3 damage, but he will die from his wound. So I've got 2 wolves who are going to attack me. Could have been better, could have been worse. The living spirit doesn't have It doesn't have a move, but unfortunately with only 2 movement, I can't get next to him to disadvantage him, not disenchant him. The hounds have plenty of movement, so basically I might as well greed with my move 2. At least if I do lose this scenario, I have a coin. And I create fire. Not sure whether that will affect the living spirits, probably not. The hound's turn next. So number 2 is the unwounded one. He'll attack me with a base of 4. Thank goodness, he misses. Number 3. I suppose, yeah, I really could have played this better and moved here, then the first attack against me wouldn't have had the advantage. If that hadn't been a miss, that could have really changed things. I wasn't really thinking that through. Yeah, number 3 will then also attack me at an attack of 4. Down to 3, just hanging on. Number 4 will die from his wound. And then Living Spirit takes another damage, so again he's now down to half health. Yes, I was really stupid, wasn't I? Did not bother reading the whole of the card. They have a range -1 and no movement. If I had moved to this corner, he would not be attacking me. I am not having a good game so far, am I? Okay, so this is an attack of 4 damage. Alright, I'm going to take it. I'm going to try to finish off a couple of these guys, I think. I've had quite enough of them. So this wolf's going to die of its wound. This guy's uninjured. He's got 2 turns left in him, which is unfortunately a lot of damage. I regret everything about not having a stamina potion or a healing potion with me, but unfortunately I had 4 gold coins before this scenario. Alright, so there's a possibility we might be able to kill this guy and then just take a pot shot at the remaining living spirit. So we're going to go on a 34. Actually, no. I was going to set up the auto turret, but I am going to set up the auto turret. I was going to say, I think, considering it shoots at the end of my next 5 turns, I probably don't have 5 turns worth of action, but it would be useful that I can still run away or rest and still just whittle away at this guy. Although it is my heal card. No, I need my heal. Sorry guys, back and forth. It's a good brain puzzle. Going to go on an 18. Should put me first as well. The hounds need to shuffle. There will only be 1 more hound. Hopefully they don't get... Nope, they don't get that big attack, so that's fine. Living Spirit, a 48, just a normal attack. So, first of all, I've got the option either to poison him or poison this guy. I think I'm going to attack and poison him first. So it's an attack 2 with poison, 3 does nothing but poisons, and then we're going to do an attack 4 against him as well. Okay, that will definitely do it. Okay. The hounds then activate. Number 2 will attack. And we'll be dealing 3 damage. That is enough to knock me out. So I will have to lose a card. And then this guy dies from his wound. Okay. I'm going to short rest. No, you're right. I do need to shuffle that. Always miss it with a miss. So actually it's only 1. So I will keep that card because I am alive. I do need to shuffle mine as well though. Every time. Yeah, it's a good thing you're here. You can keep me on the straight and narrow, make sure I'm actually playing the game by the rules. I'm going to have to make sure I sort of really regiment myself when we're doing the playthroughs for the Kickstarter scenarios. Isaac's asked if he can link the channel in his Kickstarter details, I think, which is huge. I'm really glad that I can give something back to the game, but obviously I don't want to cock it up and not play by the rules of his game. So that's the challenge. Control my enthusiasm. Cool. So I've got a couple of options. This guy's dead. I've got a heal action, and then I could just make a basic attack against this guy. But I think I'm going to still short rest at this point. If I can get my poison ability back or my reusable attack 4, that'd be useful. Flamethrower and shield. It's annoying to lose it. No, that one is already lost. It's not annoying to lose. Reviving shock. I can't lose that one. We'll use that one. Yep. So I'm down to 1 hit point. But I do have 2 XP. Okay. So I could disarm this guy. I'm probably going to stun and wound him and move away. Actually, no, I'll immobilise him because then I can also poison him. So we'll go with the quicker of the 2 just to try and avoid him being pesky. So this is just the hounds. Oh my goodness, I need to stop drawing that card. At least he doesn't have any more allies. But I am going first. So I'm going to immobilise him and move away. I'm going to continue to be greedy because why not? Immobilise this guy. And then we're just doing attack 2 at range 3. That poisons. So 1 damage, but more importantly, a poison on pesky hound number 2. I created the green again, and these are discarded cards. Okay, so the hounds then activate, but can't. And we go to the next round. No shuffling. Perfect. So far, so good. Next up, do a stun and a wound. And then I'll finally heal a couple of hit points as well. So we'll go with a 20. Shuffle up the hounds. I think you're scaring everyone off, Mythos. It's only you having a chat. We're up to four viewers. So Hound is on a 7. So he's just going to move and then muddle me. Okay, that could be a lot worse actually. My attack this round is only an attack of 1, so it's not as if I'm dealing a huge amount of damage. I'm going to heal myself first though. Heal 3, because stunned or not, I will still take his retaliate damage. So otherwise that would have killed me. It's a bit annoying to take 1 point of damage just because I'm stood next to him, but hey, it's going to stun him and he's out for next turn as well. So muddled, +1 heal, or a +1 heal. So actually we will heal 1 hit point. It should be a heal 2, but obviously I'm taking 1 retaliate damage as well. So it's 1 damage from the attack, 2 from the modifier, 3 from the poison, and then he is stunned. So that's that done. Yeah, there are. Sorry, poison, stunned, and wounded little hound. So he's not posing me the greatest threat. I'll probably just look to move away. He's not acting on his next turn anyway, so I'm just going to move a little bit further away and heal myself again, and then try and finish him off on the next turn. It doesn't really matter, I guess, when I activate, but my heal action is a quick initiative. So I'm just going to use this as a normal move too, because I don't want to move out of range of him. So I can still hit him next round. Okay, so I'm on a 17, the hound 83. So I'm going to move 2 and then heal 3. So we're back up to 8 hit points. The hound loses his stun, but goes up to 5 damage from his wound. Alright. I'm going to try and go quickly, or as quick as I can. I've got a 34, 74, 66 and 94, so we're not exactly speedy here. But we'll go with a 34. He's on a 6, and he's going to immobilise me. That's unfortunate. He takes a damage first. Then he's going to move 3, which is plenty, and attacks with 2. 3 damage, so we're back down to 5. I don't really want to take the retaliate damage from him, so I'm going to move 2 and then attack and disarm him. So it's attack 2, attack 3 because of the poison. 3 damage is enough to finally finish off the last of the hounds. Awesome. So we've got one more pair of cards in front of us, which both have a move 4 on them. So we'll play those. Positions us perfectly in front of the door. Positions us perfectly for a nice long rest to get 2 hit points and our cards. So which one shall I lose? There's a useful heals I think I'm going to need. I think I'll lose that one. So we're down to 9 cards already. So still got a fair few turns in us, but obviously the more rounds you play, the quicker it expedites towards your inevitable exhaustion. I think I'm going to open this door and set out my auto turret, because we're going to probably have 5 rounds of combat. That's at least 5 extra attacks. They're only attack 2s, but I've got a fairly decent modifier deck, so hopefully that will do some damage. The one to get rid of, stun shot will be useful. Let's go with this one, a move 4, so we only need 1 to get on the door, but it lets us get into a good position or run a long way away if we don't like what we see. So it doesn't make a difference. I'll go on a 74. So 1 movement onto the door. So we have room number 2. We have 1, 2, 3 there and there. So we've got 2 normal frost demons down here. And we have got another frost demon chilling at the back. And a normal living spirit. Again, a little further back. So, normal living spirit only has 2 shield and 3 hit points, so he's a little easier to finish off. The frost demon again have 8 hit points, so they're very similar to the hounds, a little slower in movement and a stronger attack. So we need a new frost demon card, move +0, attack +0, and living spirit, move and curse, targeting everyone within range. So he's got a move of 3 and a range of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. At the moment I am out of range, which is fine. The frost demons have a move of 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So one of them would be able to get me. So I don't want to take an attack of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that leaves me within range 5. So if I'm activating now my auto turret, he is going to be within range. So we'll set that one into our active area. Get a little tinker token. And we'll take our first attack. So attack 2 against Frost Demon 4. Gets me an XP. And a ×2. So 4 damage onto him. Cool. Gotta remember. Reshuffle that. Okay, so then the living spirit is next. 1, 2, 3. But I'm out of range, and he creates frost. Then it is the frost demons. I can see these two working very dangerously in combination. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So these guys are melee. So this might be an opportune time to use the net shooter. So it will pin both of them in place. Stops me getting some very severe attacks. I can combo that then with, so that's a top action I want to play. It's a quick card, so that's a good opportunity to then use this attack 4 as well. Very slow card. I could get the murderous contraption out as well, but I think he'd be a little squishy to their retaliate and their heavy hitting. So ideally just want to stay out of range. So I'm going to go on a 19. Frost Demon, obviously on an 18, but I am out of their range. But they're going to heal. Okay, so it could be worse. Living Spirit, move -1, attack -1, but muddling me. And they're going after me. So, Frost Demons first of all, immobilise, targeting all enemies within range 2. I am immobilised. I didn't notice he was one step closer. Then they're going to heal 3. So this guy is basically fully healed back up. At least they haven't moved this round, and my immobilise then will affect them next round. So that gives me 2 free turns against them. So that's quite good knowledge to have. The Living Spirit is going to move up 2, and then attack at range 3. So I could move back away and avoid his attack. But I think I want to let him move on up. So I'm going to pin those guys in place first of all. So against Frost Demon number 4, Muddle +1. So this is 4 damage, which will make it 5 damage on him. Against Frost Demon 5, 4 damage. Okay. And that is lost for 2 XP. I've then got an attack 4 I can do at range 3. So I'm going to go for number 5. Anything but a negative modifier would kill him. So it's +1 and a heal to self. Very useful. So he is dead. And this guy is immobilised. My immobilised will come off at the end of my turn as well. I make an attack 2. So attack 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could do an attack 2 against the Living Spirit, or an attack 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What else do I have? I think I'm going to go for the Injured Frost Demon. It seems like a good opportunity to try to kill him. I'd need, well, if it's one of my wounding cards, or the Tinkerer's +3, I think I'd be a bit disappointed, but they're long shots. So Muddle +0, so another 2 damage. Sadly does mean this guy hangs on with 1 hit point remaining. Okay. So then it is the Living Spirit. He's got a range 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So he's going to muddle us. and then attack -1, so an attack 2, 2 damage. Okay, so I think I will probably attack them and move away. So I'm going to go pretty early. I'm going to go on a 17. Living spirits need a shuffle. I'm on a 17. Frost Demon have a move of 4 but an attack -1. Living Spirit attack +1. So I'm not actually going to be getting out of range of the Living Spirit, and the other guy is immobilized, isn't he? So actually there's probably very little point in me moving. So this was probably a waste of a decent card, but I'm going to do an attack 1 and stun on the Living Spirit. Going to double check. Nope, don't need to reshuffle. So attack of 1, 2, and another heal. Those are very useful. 2 does not get through his shield, but it does put a wound on him and it stuns him. So that's pretty good. Do I want to back away? I think I'm going to stay where I am. So yeah, probably just wasted a good card there. The Frost Demon are next. Number 4 is immobilized. Oh, I forget one crucial thing. So take those 2 hit points back off. I was muddled. This Frost Demon is immobilized and muddled. That comes off. This guy has a move +1, so he'll move 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Then the Living Spirit. He's stunned. That comes off. Goes on. Oh, and I didn't do my attack 2. So attack 2 at range 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other guy was out of range, so I'm going to do an attack 2 against the Living Spirit. So it does nothing. What I'm going to hope for is that these guys go a little slower than me, so I can disarm a couple of them, but also hit all 3 of them with this poison attack. So I'm going on a 34. Frost Demon, 18. 55. Okay, so Frost Demon first, they're going to shield and then move. So he'll just move to there, which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. There is no fire, otherwise they would take 1 damage. Then it's me. Yeah, still going to do it. So we do our Noxious Vials. Attack 3, targeting these 2, so I'm not disadvantaged. Plus this guy has only got 1 hit point left. So attacking both of them. This guy first of all. Attack 3. It's a miss. That's really annoying, but it does poison him. against number 6, +1, so 4 damage and a poison on Frost Demon 6. Then I've got an attack 2 targeting 2, so I'll target both of these now poison guys. So against this guy first of all, 2, which is boosted to 3 because of his poison. Shield of 2 means he'll take 1 damage. Then 2 against Frost Demon 6, +1, he'll take 3 damage. So he as well is left on just 1 hit point. Both of those are then also disarmed. The Living Spirit has only got 1 hit point left. He's going to kill himself with his wound when he activates on 55, so that's fine. So with my attack 2 from here, which gets me an XP, this card's lost and gets me 2, I might as well attack one of these Frost Demons. I'm going to go for the one adjacent to me, so I'm going to be disadvantaged, but my miss card has already come out, and then I think I can kill him. This guy is already disarmed for next round anyway. So, disadvantaged, +0, add a target. Okay, so 2 damage will kill this guy, because we're using the worst outcome. Next, the Living Spirit. He's only got 1 hit point, as I said, so his wound will finish him off. And then all we've got left on the board is a Frost Demon who has 1 hit point left, but is disarmed and poisoned, so my auto turret will take care of him. So I've only got 1 card left. I'm going to long rest, but I shouldn't actually suffer too much because of that. So I'm on a 99, Frost Demon, 78, move -1, looking to attack, that's fine. He's going to move up, but can't, and creates Frost. It peaked at 7. I didn't want to say anything, didn't want to jinx it. But yeah, great to see some people coming out. I'll take this opportunity actually while there is a few people watching just to put a shout out reminder. 4th of April, 4th of the 4th, Kickstarter for the reprint goes live. Obviously, I recommend you jump all on that. But as well, we're going to be playing through the scenarios that Isaac's putting out, sort of, not, I guess, exclusive, but as part of the Kickstarter campaign. He doesn't want to put too many exclusives into the campaign. It's already a product that's got far more in the box than I think anyone ever thought would be possible. But he's releasing new scenarios on the first day and then every 3 days after, with the story evolving based on votes that people are doing. As part of that, as soon as I can, after those scenarios get launched, we're going to be playing through them, so you can watch along, hopefully sort of chatting along, not just leaving poor Mythos to keep me company by himself, but also seeing how the scenario plays out, having your vote as part of that as well, dictating where you want to see that story progress. So that's really great, a real sort of interactive element to the campaign, and more content. A game that's got sort of over 120 scenarios already, with the 17 solo ones that he released when it reached the top 100. I think it's sat number 15 on BGG now, so, you know, Isaac, if you are watching, maybe we're due some more for top 20, top 10. Top 10 certainly needs some more. But yeah, really looking forward to those contents as well, and hopefully see you guys as part of that stream. Finishing off this round though, he's gone, he was disarmed, can't make an attack. I'm resting, so I have an initiative 99 where I'll be making this attack disadvantaged. I need to shuffle because it's a new round. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. So a ×2 or a -1. -1 is obviously the worst of the two outcomes, but poison bumps it up to 2 damage. He's only got 1 hit point. Is plenty enough to finish off the last of these annoying frost demons. So plenty of loot sat in front of us, but where the time will permit us the luxury of picking it up. We've got 6 cards. We're going to be very hard pressed to make it all the way through. As much as I hate losing a scenario, having 4 coins there, actually I say we've got 6 cards, it's going to drop to 5 cards. I've got to pick up that loot. Those of you who've just joined us didn't catch my little intro at the start. In our main campaign, Quills, my Quattrol Tinkerer, has retired. He's gone off for a merry life by himself, which sort of thematically fits with why he's actually just adventuring by himself. But before he retired, I sold all of his gear, bought an enchantment, and sent him packing. But now I regret having absolutely nothing with me. So those coins, that will buy me a stamina, buy me a heal potion. That'll be really useful for when we eventually give this a second run through. Not that I'm pessimistic, but yeah, I think we failed. Anyway, let's go with just a slow movement first of all. So 17 for 2 movement. I'm going to pick up these coins. Then I'm going to move and pick up these coins. And then we're going to rest again. And then I need to make sure I've got my move 4s. I've only got 1 move 4. So, move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I've only got move 2. Then I'm going to have to rest. So we'll try and make one final leap through the door. I've got no top action cards that give me any XP. So ditch that one. Going to go with a move 2 and just disarm a couple of them. Let's at least open this door. Let's see what's in there. I suppose I could have collected the loot and then just started running back for these ones, but that doesn't seem very heroic. So 2 movement. Plus, you know, it's just fun to have a look. So we've got, how much is in here? How much were we lacking? There is a chest. I have Living Spirit. I was going to say there's not actually a huge amount in here, but yeah, I suppose there is. An elite frost demon with his 14 hit points. 2 normal guys there aren't a biggest problem, and 1 hound. So probably spend a few coins on getting a little bit of gear. Stamina potion, a piercing bow would have been quite useful in this situation with things having shields. Would have saved us some time rather than waiting for wounds to do the dirty work for us. I've got range on the hound, so we're going to disarm him, but let's see what everything else is doing. Okay, yep, makes sense. The final action of the hounds is the one that gave us so much grief to start with. Adding 2 extra damage if adjacent to any of their allies. Very fitting for them to do that. Frost Demon. Move 4 and attack -1, so only an attack 3. Let's see if he finishes off. But first the Hound, an attack 2. Reshuffling. Fool me once for not shuffling, shame on me. I'm alert to it now. I don't think I've made the same mistake twice. +1, so 3 damage and a disarm on the Hound. That's number 2. Okay, so those cards are then both discarded. This one was lost a while ago from our slow advance. So next is the Hound. He'll move up, but can't attack. Huzzah! Living Spirit. 1, 2, 3. So he'll move up 1 and attacks with a 2. 1 damage and muddles us. Not the end of the world. This one moves up. Attack 2, 2 damage and double muddle. And then this guy will move up. Attack -1, so only an attack 3. 3 more damage. So obviously we're going to short rest. We'll shuffle up our 2 cards. Whoop, 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 whoop. So we've got an attack that stuns and wounds. Actually, this probably makes more sense if I take a hit point damage and take this card. I may as well get some XP on this final turn. And, you know, I'll probably survive. I've got 2 heals here now. So we'll go with an initiative of 17. These guys will be shuffling. The Frost Demon is going after us. The Hound. Are you at... Do they have multiple of that card in their deck? I'm going to look. No. Oh, yes, they do. Okay. I was going to say, either I'm terrible at shuffling, or they've got multiple of this card. They do. They've got 2 copies. I don't feel so bad the fact that it came out an inordinate amount of times. So I'm going to heal myself 5 to get 2 XP. So we finally clicked over to 10 XP. And then I'm going to heal myself another 3. So 12 hit points. Will it be enough for us to survive this final beating? The Hound, first of all, he's got an attack 4 now because there is an adjacent Frost Demon to us. So attack 4, a miss. Very lucky. Living Spirits, attack 3, 4 damage. 3 damage. And then the Frost Demon, an attack of 4. We survive, if you can call it that. We have 3 hit points, no ability to draw any cards. After the loss in our main game the other night and now losing this is... I'm never playing again. I give up. Well, we've got 6 coins. This is scenario level 3. So they're only worth 3 gold each. But still, that takes me from 4 gold to 22 gold. Plenty enough to buy a few items, and we'll give this another go. Cheers to everyone that joined me on this. I'm going to stop neglecting my other half now and see if she's actually still going to feed me. And I'll see you guys probably Tuesday. Got a late working day on Monday, so I think Tuesday with the launch of the Kickstarter, all the excitement with that, is going to be the next time I see you guys. I'm going to just pop in the chat again, the Discord. I don't know if you guys want to jump in on that, but I've set up a group, So you can chat with us about Gloomhaven, about life if you want, anytime. Bye for now.